Yeah, this thing's 30 pounds. You definitely cannot be a pencil neck dweeb trying to hat this thing up, and you're going to snap your neck on deck, you know. Hey, this is Jack with Black Tiger International. Today, we're talking about my dive helmet, the Miller 400. Let's get into it. If some of you guys know, I was a commercial diver for several years, about 12 years. You know, a lot of times this is in the background and I get a lot of questions about it. So I just decided, like, hey, let's get into it. This is my hat. A hat is what commercial divers refer to as their helmet. So if you ever hear divers talking about their hat or hatting up or anything like that, they're talking about their helmet and putting on their helmet. There was a time I didn't consider it vintage. I guess now you could say it is vintage. So this is a Miller 400. It is from a company called Miller Diving that is no longer around. The owner was a guy named Ben Miller, and we can get into him a little bit later. But this was made in the 70s. He never really serialized these. So finding the actual correct date that these were made, but middle 70s is about the time that he made these. Like, it looks vintage because, as much as I hate to admit it, it is vintage because I'm becoming vintage. I bought this used, so like I said, this thing was more than likely made between 1974 and 1977. I was born in 1980. So this faithfully served multiple guys, at least three guys. There's a yearly inspection that is required. There's also soft goods inside as far as part of that inspection. So every year you got to break this thing all the way down. It's got to get inspected. There's fresh seals and things like that that you got to replace. There's soft goods in the regulator. You got to look after the regulator, see if it needs rebuild. You're going to clean it. It thoroughly gets looked after. Not just these helmets, but like any dive helmet, when you go to dive them, really make it your own. Just like anything else, like kind of like these tactical helmets back here, you can't expect a setup for one guy to be what's good for another guy. You really got to take ownership of that stuff. When you get those things set up for you, these hats become a lot more comfortable, and that's just part of your own, like, coming into your own and becoming more professional and just really knowing your equipment. A little size comparison here. We have a 30-pound dive helmet and a 10-pound puppy.